out right here on Marlin's hottest radio station.
And now, ladies and gentlemen,
Marlin's hottest radio station.
KMRL 90.3 FM. Playing yesterday's favorites.
Yesterday's favorites.
And today's hottest hits.
Today's hottest hits. KMRL 90.3 FM radio station presents
The Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
Wake up! Wake up, little Susie.
Wakey, wakey, eggs and bacon.
Come on, dear, it's time to get up.
Well, good morning.
Good morning.
Wonderful morning to you.
KMRL 90.3 FM radio station presents
The Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
Wake up, Marlin. This is Classy C. And I'm here with Crazy Chris.
I'm here. It's Thursday. I'm a little bit warmer. They got the power on. What do you know about that?
Yes.
She said yes.
That's my answer. Yes.
Good morning, community out there.
Good morning.
Oh, boy. If you were like anybody else, I know you was frustrated till 1:30 this morning. Yeah.
And my son claimed that his power was not ever off.
I think he was sleeping and dreaming. He did not know what he was talking about.
That's what he said.
It seemed like
I
everybody.
wonder if everybody's power was off.
You know, I don't know, because he's the only one that said he had electricity in the middle of the dark area.
I know one time when I lived there, my power was off, and I was the only one that my power was still off.
I remember that.
And they got everybody else's back on.
It was kind of creepy, wasn't it?
Mm-hmm.
It's weird, but yeah, he might have that magical transformer down there. I don't know what's going on.
But ours was off, and
He could have told us earlier. We could have went down there and got warm and waited around.
Crazy Chris was having a nightmare.
I was having a nightmare.
Yes, because you were whining that you couldn't sleep, and
I couldn't
were
sleep.
cold, and
I was complaining. I was cold. My legs was hurting. I got arthritis.
you're like a little kid,
Well, that's all right.
the way you complain and whine.
You're going to drop your orange.
No, I'm not.
So, good morning. Y'all hear that? Said she's going to drop her orange. She, Class C trying to peel an orange. That thing has been subjected to the cold itself, I think.
Really.
Good morning. It's, wow. It's Thursday already. Good gravy. This week's almost our first week back.
Yes.
Completed, almost.
Yes, almost.
How do you feel?
I feel good.
You've been enjoying it again? Mm-hmm. Yeah. Tomorrow is our last show for the week already. Mm-hmm. Let me rephrase. I know this is Thursday, but there will be no Let's Chat with Classy C show tonight.
Oh, yes.
Not yet. It'll be 2 more weeks tonight.
Give me just another 2 more weeks.
She'll be ready. 2 more weeks. She's going to be back in the flash. Believe me, I know Classy C.
Yeah.
So, also, that's the same thing for Mysterious Unexplained show. We wanted to come back with the show at least and get started with that. We will get back to our regular programming. Yeah. We will be having our first Crying, Loving, Leaving probably sometime before Christmas, maybe.
Yeah.
We'll do that right before Christmas. That would be a good time. Most people get involved. We'll do that, at least one show of that. We're trying to get back. We are trying to get back into the groove. Okay, just bear with us on that when it comes to these shows and stuff like that. So, yeah. Anyhow.
Hello.
Ain't nobody on there.
Maybe not.
Have y'all ever get them phone calls where they have all them one stuff? That's because they're coming from overseas.
Oh.
It's a lot of numbers. Don't answer them. They're usually scams, and they usually try to take your, try to hack your cell phone now. Yes, they try to hack your services, and next thing you know it, I don't know how they do it. They say when you answer, it automatically sends all your contact information out to them. Next thing you know, they're making calls off of you worldwide, globally. It's like, what the heck? So yeah. Anyways, yeah. So the big claim to the fame is our son claimed he never lost electricity last night. So I don't know if he was dreaming or what, but it may be factual because I've seen the weird stuff happen before down there at the other house. So kudos to him because I know he'd have been freaking out, and he probably is telling the truth because had it been out, he'd been bugging the hell out of us about it. I can't get my internet. I can't play my game. So, but we're glad that it's back on. Hopefully it will stay on. And with the warmer temperatures going up, if it was anything to do with coal related, there shouldn't be nothing to affect the grids right now.
They didn't tell us what it was.
No, they didn't. And usually they tell you what happened, but they didn't say nothing last night about that. When we called the TXU, we were trying to figure out. They was just like, and then I called the lady, and she's like, well, it'll be on by 10:30. Then you keep getting these updates. Well, they updated it to 11:30. Well, now it's 12:30. What the hell? When is it ever going to be on? Stop telling me. So, yeah, I was very frustrated. I wrote a post last night. I see a lot of people responding back to that post about my disappointments and some of my depressions about all our services. Yes, and I still feel that way. I don't want to pick up and leave Marlin. We started a great venue here with the radio and so and like I said in my post, I have so much passion for Marlin. I love it. I wouldn't trade for anything, but we need basic services. It's frustrating if you can't have electricity, if you don't have the water right, if you don't have internet. These are things you need. It's almost impossible to live that way in these days. Now I know, and don't get me wrong, I'm not, and you can't say, well, they did it back then, Chris, and they didn't have this, and they did, but they didn't also have to pay bills. That now everything is high-tech electronically. They didn't need the internet because they didn't have a need to use it for those kind of services. So people say, well, you can live without internet. No, you really can't because everything's going internet. And unless you're going to mail everything with the stamp and letter, and most people are not doing it. Everything's electronically. Even the post.
People are still living without internet.
They are, yes. You're really old-fashioned people that never got out of the 1900s. Yes, they are.
Like Sandy.
Yes. Like my mother, they never had internet service ever in their house. And my dad is already long and gone now, almost a year coming up here.
She probably won't ever change it.
And no, she will never get it. He had bought her a laptop, I remember, for Christmas. Finally did go out and buy her one. It stayed new in a box. She ended up just selling it after he died. The one that he got her for Christmas. She never opened it, never got a chance to use it. She didn't want no part of it, so she sold it for like $300.
No part of a computer?
No, because you need an internet to get a computer. She didn't want to deal with it, especially after Dad died. She just didn't want to mess around with it. I think it was too sentimental for her to even think, oh, well, this is the computer he bought me. He kept trying to tell her, hey, you'll get on it. You'll like to get recipes. You'll like to get on and look at the different things that she likes to look at on TV. And believe me, it was really my ideal why they even got cable TV, because at first I kept telling when they came out with cable and we had moved to that house, I said, Mom, we ought to get cable TV. Oh, we don't need that. We don't need that. They might be watching what you're doing through your TV through that cable line. I mean, it was just, they would.
Why was she like that?
Well, you have a lot of people. And I say a lot, not everybody, baby boomers, or even pre-baby boomer days, when you get earlier than 40s. But you have some folks think that the way the government was and going through, the Vietnam era and stuff like that, they had this mentality that thinking that the government was watching them, spying on them. They didn't trust them, and that's how they were in them days. And that's an adjustment. Today we're more susceptible to accept the technology, and I don't know how I'll feel in the next 10 years about embracing. I'm starting to get that way myself, but at least I wasn't that way in my whole life. Like now, I'm kind of like, if I was young, I was like, oh, that'd be cool, flying cars. And now I'm like, I don't really, it doesn't serve my purpose. I don't really need a flying car anymore. I don't need to have a cell phone that can go in and make me breakfast. You know, they got stuff that now your cell phone tells you what your heart rate is. It tells you how many steps it takes. It tells you how many calories you burn. I mean, they're making stuff that is coming out now that is just, in my opinion, ridiculous. And the millennials today love it. They're eating this up like it's a buffet. They're eating up anything to do with computers, technology. They're coming out with, and I saw that. Did y'all see that on Facebook? And a prototype of that, the holographic telephone system for your house. Look, I already don't like to be. I like my privacy. If I'm at home, I like to be, especially in the summertime. I like to be relaxed. That might mean sitting in my underwear or whatever. But if somebody calls, you have to hurry up and go get dressed, or you can't answer call because the holographic is going to bring up the whole person standing in front of you, and it spins around. And you can see them. Now, they came out with this. That was called the video phone. Y'all remember the video phones you used to have the big square one? You could see the people on there. Only the rich could get that kind of stuff. Mm-hmm. And they came out with, AT&T came out with the video phone. Man, my God, this was probably back in the, late 80s, I think, or early 90s. And they came out with the video phones. Yeah. And I remember they offered it. When my mom got that offer from AT&T, I thought she was going to flip. She said, I don't want that. It was a little square box, a little color box that you could see. It was showing in color. And she said, oh, no. And it was expensive to have it. They had to come and do something to your telephone line. And the only way someone could see you is they had to also have that capability. Mm-hmm. Somebody else that had to be, and then you could see them. And that was the first way of doing like they do now with the cell phones and Facebook and FaceTime and all the other crap. So, technology. So technology like that scares a lot of people. And it was rough growing up in a house where we weren't able to have internet. And internet was just coming out. Internet was just being born. And I know when we was in high school, I was excited about it. I said, whoa, internet's coming out. Mm-mm. Yeah, I said, mm-mm. So she was mad at me. She was mad at me because internet came out, I think, when I was in 11th grade, I believe, and we had it in the schools. It was awesome. I got in a lot of trouble because I used to run in there during lunch hour and play in the computer room and get on those Apple IICs. Hey, don't knock it. Apple IIc was the bomb, wasn't it? Didn't you like the Apple computers when they came out with them, the home computers? They had Apple IIc, Apple IIes. They started coming out with different brands. And you had the big old modem, like this big floppy modem. It was heavy with the big Apple logo on the top and everything. But I used to get in trouble with it. I'd be running in and want to play on them games, Munchman, which was their version of Pac-Man and different stuff like that. Mm-hmm. But my mom said, oh, no, we're not having this in my house. So guess what I did? When I left and I came back, I had got hurt, so I came back from the military after I had graduated from high school and everything, came back. Got my own place and everything. They were with me one day. We went into Radio Shack. Oh, I miss Radio Shack. They're gone, too. Everybody's gone. All these places, Toys R Us, all these great places are gone. Mm-hmm. So we went into Radio Shack. Right there in the front door. They had the brand new, get this out. The hard drive was only 3 gigabytes. But that was a big thing. 3 gigabytes. Hell, your phone is more than that now. Your phone could do more than what my whole computer system could do. But back then that was acceptable. That was modern technology. And it was CD drive. It was no more it was built-in CD. That was a big thing. And they still had the 3.5 on it and stuff. I saw the guy says it's $3,000. You can take this home. And that's when a lot of people wasn't getting home computers in their houses. People just started to get them. Like I said, unless you were, financially really up there. So the guy, I said, I can't afford that. The guy says, why don't you come over and we'll open up your credit card and you can take it home today. My mom said, don't you do it. Don't you do it. You don't need that. I said, okay. So y'all go on over and look around. I don't know what we went in there for. Hey, guy, back then it was so easy to get credit. They would do you give them your Social Security card, but you're approved. They'd give you good limits. I didn't even have no credit. It was my first credit card was, I think, Radio Shack. I think a mobile credit. I think I had a mobile. No, I take it back. Diamond Shamrock. I did have a Diamond Shamrock, which is now known as Valero. The Diamond Shamrock gas credit card, and they had given me a $500 limit on when I first opened it because I wanted to start credit when I got back. And, of course, she told me don't do that either. And here, now she's got more credit cards in the nation. But so I went in and I opened up that Real Shack credit card. It took them 2 minutes. A little bit of information. That guy says, you're approved. You can get it today. And they said, you have a $4,000 credit line. I said, who? So I ended up coming out with that whole computer system. It was a big old box. That box was big. And a new printer and some disc. The whole 9 yards. I maxed. He was saying, "You probably gonna need this. You can get this. How about this new fancy stuff?" By the time I walked out, even some paper to put in the printer. It was about $100 shy of my credit. It was like $3,900. My mother wanted. She was so mad. Said, and they were in their own vehicle too. I think they were in their own car. They followed me there and met me there. They said, "We're going." I said, "Why we ain't still going out over there to eat?" Nope, I'm done. They were mad. She was mad because I got the computer, and they thought that was like. Man, you would have thought you was telling them I'm going to vote. That's like telling a Republican I'm voting for Democrat. I'm a Democrat, and it makes them mad. They just thought I betrayed them or something. I don't know. And I'm like, this is not going in your house. It has nothing to do with you. So yeah, that's how they are. And she'll never get out of that phase. She'll take that to the day she dies.
My mother was older than she was, but my mother, she got the internet, and she used to play on it, too.
I think if she would have broke through it and actually just settled down. My dad did try to tell her towards the end. Even he was the same way, but believe it or not, the last couple of years that he was alive, he changed his ways. And you know why? Because he had to deal with the internet at work. They had to get on the computers, put those people's information in the office when they bring, and take their credit card. He started seeing this for himself and said, and then he talked to a young guy, much younger than him, probably 30, 40 years younger than him. His name was Brian, and you met him. Brian was talking about kind of like the way our son is, but get on them role-playing games. They wanted Dad to get on there and join them playing on some of them war games. And really had my dad, my dad through trying to use my mom. Hey, let's do this, And that's how I ended up getting the Xbox and stuff. Because my mom didn't even want an Xbox. And my dad said he didn't want it. Because I was playing video games, they would let me have that. But they didn't want no part of it. They wouldn't play with me on them. And I got Dad on there one day, and he liked it. But then when he found Brian was doing it, who had an Xbox in their house? Dad was sitting there playing that thing, and Mom said he's hooked. I told him, I said, if you would just try these things, you would enjoy them. Yeah. You would like them. But she was so scared to try anything. And she didn't want nothing, and they don't have no cell phone. And I told her not the other day, I say, and then again, my dad, the last few years, they got him a Go phone, a little flip phone thing, a little thing you can charge up and put some time on it. And it really was beneficial for him to have because he used to have that where she was in the hospital and he could call her and stuff. And I think it's sad because my dad was coming around so late in life to technology, and he realized this would be good to have some of these things. He tried to tell her, and she still was so hard-headed, like the computer and all that. He was trying to feel more normal. I think he felt like at that point in his life when he knew he was diagnosed with cancer and he only had so long to live and he was fighting it for a while, he figured, what do I have to lose? That I could say, I do think about that. But she still will not do it. And I told her the other day, she said, well, I can't power it on. I don't know his password on the phone. And even if I could get it, I said, you don't need to worry about that phone. Go to Verizon. Get your phone. Well, I don't know, maybe. There's no maybe about it. You really should have one. You're sick. She's talking about she's got to go back to the hospital here soon because she has COPD. She may have to get bagged. It's something they do. And she could have her cell phone. I said, you can't depend on them hospital phones all the time that you're going to be able to call out on them and they're confusing. So, I guess you can't take technology. I don't know what I'm trying to say. You can't put technology in a person that's never willing to accept it. You can put it in a technology world, but you can't, Yeah. You know what I'm saying? Blah.
Yeah. I think there's a lot of people like that. That's and much younger than she is, who are not on the internet. They don't pay their bills on the internet, or they don't use the internet as much. And I don't see how.
She didn't even want the call notes because AT&T told her she was with Southwestern Bell first. When Southwestern Bell went out of business and it was bought over by AT&T, They told her you automatically get call notes. You don't have to pay for it. It comes with it. What is that? They told her it's kind of like an answer machine, a digital answer machine. She fussed and told, I don't want it. I don't want it. They had to put a block on it somehow. Well, now she has call notes, I noticed. I don't know when she did that, but when her answer machine is not working right, it goes to her call notes, and it's her voice on it. I thought you didn't want that call note. Well, they taught me until they explained to me it's just like this answer machine. They didn't want an answer machine. I'm the one that broke them into that. The first little Panasonic with the cassette player. We need an answer machine because you can't get a hold of you when you're not home. This is how you don't miss calls. It took them forever to accept to have an answer machine.
They had a TV.
Ooh, let me explain that.
Oh, they didn't want a TV?
They did not want the flat screen TVs because she said the newer TVs like that, they could spy in and watch on you. She wanted the old console that sits on the floor, like the one you had when I first met you, but it was in the wood cabinet.
Yeah.
And this is her excuse, what I've heard this for. It still has a good picture. Listen, I don't care if it has a good picture or not. This thing still got vacuum tubes in it. It's running your electricity bill a lot higher. These flat LCD screens and plasma screens are a lot more lighter. They don't break down as quick, and you don't have to worry about the picture tubes going out like that and what have you. Oh, you couldn't tell her nothing. And then I had been fussing, and I think she gives credit to my sister for it, but it was mine. And I'm the one that got her the DVD player. She didn't want one. I bought her one for Christmas, and then they loved it. It was these things that we had to push on her a lot. But when she got that flat screen TV, girl, she liked her flat screen TV. She got them now. She had one in her bedroom, one in her living room. And this is what I kept trying to tell her. And she's like, oh, I don't know. They might still be listening to me through it. She still hangs on to that theory that Big Brother's watching. And that's a big thing. If you was born in, the 40s and even in the 50s, they believed that a lot of them did, believe that the government may be watching you through the modern technology of today. And I don't know if they, honestly, yes, Echelon does exist because Reagan admitted that in the 80s, but they're not, I don't know if they listening through your TV. They're probably listening to the satellites in there. Believe me, they watching you anyways. You ain't going to get around either way. Even if you don't have these gadgets, they still know what's going on. Don't you think?
Yeah. Yeah, because look at how they can find you with your cell phone.
GPS.
Yeah. If you got their cell phone, they can find where you are.
We tried to tell her they know what you're doing on your regular phone, too, because, you used to could hear. What did she, I tried to explain, I said, you don't think they can't listen in on your conversation on a regular phone? It's called tapping, wire tapping. I said, remember the party line? You would have people come in and listen, and they would tell you. We used to, when we first got the phone there at the house, it was where you had to share with so many people. The party line stuff.
Oh,
yeah, we used to get on. Would you please get off? I need to use the phone. I hated that.
Yeah. And
then that went away, and then they told you could have a private line. Oh, my gosh, the amount of money for a private line, though. But, that was the luxury of having what we have today. Everybody has a private line. We don't do party lines no more. We have come a long way. The microwave oven. You should have seen the big hoopla we had with that when I told her, can we please get a microwave oven? Because she didn't want us messing with the stove. The microwave oven came out. I said, you work at Sears. And she came home and told us about it. They came out, something called a microwave oven. We got them in. I said, well, when are we going to get one? No, we're not getting them. Well, we ended up getting in. Then she's, oh, I like this. And my dad would say, look, you can do this. And she would say, oh, you can cook this. And then she tried to be the advocate, tell us, you can't put no tinfoil in here. You can't put no, man, you telling us. And then now you act like you work for the company. Yeah, we've seen a lot come on our way. She didn't want to give up the 8-track player when we told her the cassettes came out. That was another fight with her. And she had an old green refrigerator that she had since 1969, and it was 1985, and she cried like a little child because she couldn't fix it. They said, we can't fix it no more. The man told her, you have to get another refrigerator because it was peeing all over the floor and water was coming from under the condensation of the refrigerator. She cried about it. Thought somebody died in the family over that refrigerator, old green refrigerator, and the green washer dryer set she had matching. It went out too. It rusted all up in there. That's Sandy for you.
It's not going to last forever.
Well, she thinks it should. She still has a stereo system with the 8-track player. It's 45, 50 years old now. It's older than me, I think. Yeah, she still has it and still uses it, I think.
Does it?
It's in her bedroom. Did you not see it?
No, I didn't see it.
Oh, it's crazy. Well, we're going to go to our first song break. We've talked so much about technology this morning. It's pretty good.
Yeah.
When we come back, Classy C's going to have what? Announcements.
Announcements.
Aren't you?
Yes.
Why you looking like you don't know what I'm
I
talking
didn't know what I was going to have.
So, Classy, what are we going to wake them up with?
Probably the Yellow Rose of Texas. Don't you think so?
Yeah, and what else are we going to wake them up with then?
That other Howdy Doody song.
She calls it How They Do Songs. Deep in the heart.
Deep in the heart of Texas.
All right, so y'all know how it goes. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere because you're on the
Classy C
and
Crazy Chris
morning show. We'll be back.
KMRL 90.3 FM radio station presents
The Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
Fam.
Keep it locked right here on Marlin's hottest radio station.
Marlin's hottest radio station.
KMRL 90.3 FM. Playing yesterday's favorites.
Yesterday's favorites.
And today's hottest hits.
Today's hottest hits.
Hey. We're back.
Yes.
Yeah, we're back.
Back.
Cause Santa's got no reindeers and he's pulling on no sleigh. He got a pickup truck. Gonna come on through your yard today.
What he got a Ford.
You got a Ford?
Yes.
Yeah, he might. He need it. All right. Wake up, Marlin. It is almost 10 o'clock straight up and down. You're on the Classy C.
And Crazy Chris morning show.
Phone lines are open, 254-275.
7476.
All right. It is time for community announcements.
Okay. The community announcements. Today, Thanksgiving dinner for the elderly and the sick and the shut-in is at South Union Baptist Church, 1313 Waite Street. And that's today, November the 15th, 6 p.m. to 7 p.m. Okay? Make sure you get there. Or if you have an elderly person, take them there. And as sick and shut in, call and let them know so they can get some meals to them. Okay, the fall enrichment workshop is Saturday the 17th from 1 p.m. to is that 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.?
Yes, 1 p.m. to 3 p.m.
It's at Live Oak and Island Street. And it's hosted by Coach Dressel. And that we said that is there at the gym somewhere. So if you're interested, just over to the gym from 1 p.m. to 3 p.m. and they'll direct you where to go. And learn to excel. And this is a youth symposium. And it is Let's Be Real series. And it's also on Saturday the 17th from 1 to 3 p.m. It's 718 Live Oak Street. So those are two events that's going on Saturday for the youth. Okay, and also we have the Food for Families at HEB tomorrow. It's 11:16. It's from 6 a.m. to 8 p.m. And they'll have the tent set up out there where you can donate food. And I'm sure HEB will have the bags in there where you can buy them and donate directly.
Yes, they'll hit you up really good up in there.
And also Abundant Life Church Christmas program and talent show will be at the Marlin High School Auditorium December the 8th, 2018 from 6 p.m. to 8 p.m. And the door and participation fee is free. I don't know if that's meaning they won't charge anything to come into the program either, because they said door and participation fee is free. I guess it won't.
Yeah, there's no cover charge.
Okay. And if you're interested in being on the program or being on the talent show, you can contact Marlin Lucas. And her phone number is 254-275-1294. Or she's also on Facebook up under Marlin Lucas. So that's all the announcements I have.
All righty. There you have it. The community announcements. I like it.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
So, so what we're going to do now is we're going to go ahead and do the Marlin weather forecast.
Okay.
Okay. So your forecast for today is right now, it's 43 degrees.
It's nice.
Yeah, it's sunny outside, and it's going to get up to 61 today.
Very nice.
So it'll be sunny skies tonight, not as cold, down to only 37.
Only.
It'll be partly cloudy and chilly tonight with tomorrow's high. Look at this, 68 degrees. We're pushing back to 70 again. Mm-hmm. Friday, it's going to be plenty of sunshine. If you got something going on Friday and Saturday like we do, you're going to have beautiful, nice weather.
Yeah.
Cool nights, mild days ahead of us for a while. So that's pretty good.
Yes.
So that's what we're dealing with as far as... Huh?
You won't freeze.
No. We don't want to be like the rest of them. 440,000 people right now are without power right here in the winter storm right here for the Northwest.
Oh, really?
Yeah. And the winter storm is delivering lots of snow right now in ice to the Northeast. Dozens of cars are sliding off the road due to icy conditions. We glad we're not in that.
Really?
We got enough going on right here, don't we?
Mm-hmm.
All righty. So there is your weather. You got basically we're on a warming trend again for a little while. And then after that, it will
eventually go back.
We will have some more colder nights and colder days coming up. But for right now, for next week and a half at least, it'll be seasonably, mildly, just right.
Yeah.
All right. Okay, so with that being said, we're going to go ahead and do to our Texas lottery forecast. All right, last night, nobody won on Powerball. $124 million. The numbers were 7. Crying numbers were 7, 42, 49, 62, 69, and red ball 23. Mega Millions. Tomorrow night, you have a chance for $122 million up for grabs. No winner last night for Texas Lotto. The Texas Lottery is now up to $6 million. Your crying numbers on that, no wonder, 21, 22, 36, 46, 48, and 49. No winner for the Texas two-step, so you have a chance tonight for $225,000. Get your ticket today. All or nothing numbers last night were 4, 5, 6, 10, 15, 16, 18, 19, 20, 21, 22, and 23. This morning numbers are not in as of right now. Last night, pick 3 numbers were 8, 6, 1. 8, 6, 1. Numbers are not in right now this morning for pick 3 yet. Daily 4 numbers for last night were 2, 0, 2, 7. That's 2, 0, 2, 7. Again, the numbers are not in for this morning's yet for the morning draw. Cash 5, no winner. Crying numbers 9, 25, 27, 28, and 33. All right. Don't forget that
I didn't even get one last night.
Don't forget the new games start on the 3rd of December. That's $1, 10 times the money. And also the Multiplier Mania is a $5 ticket. Comes out on the 3rd. And 200 times the money, a brand new $20 ticket. Also starts on December 3rd. Remember that the Texas Lottery supports Texas education, veterans, and school districts. Play the games of Texas for fun. Texas Lottery always reminds everyone to play responsibly because it is only a game.
That's what I tell you.
All right.
It's only a game.
Are we ready to go to a song break?
Yeah.
Okay, so we're going to go to song break. When we come back.
We have the National Day.
So you want to do National Day before song break, or you want to do it when we come back? Classy C's decision here. She's
I can do it now.
Okay, we're going to go ahead and do the National Day today, and then we're going to take another song break.
There's a lot of stuff going on today.
Take it away.
November the 15th, 2018. National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day. The Great American Smoke Out. That's when the people who smoke and try to stop smoking.
We know somebody for that one.
And American Recycle Day. National Spicy Day.
Again?
Spicy Helmet Cookie Day. National Bunt Day. National Rural Health Day. And I lost the other day. Oh man. Well, that's it.
That's it?
Yeah.
There you go. So you have National Clean Out Your Refrigerator Day and
National
Smoke Out Day and
Smoke Out Day.
Spicy Day.
Spicy.
All right. So get out there and get you something spicy today. Eat that while you clean out your refrigerator out.
And
try to quit smoking.
Try to quit.
Yeah. Okay. So what we're going to do is we're going to go to another song break. When we come back, we will do some crazy news and talk about some other stuff going on.
Yeah.
So don't go nowhere because you still got plenty of time on the Classy C
and Crazy Chris morning show.
All right. We'll be right back. Don't go nowhere.
Okay.
KMRL 90.3 FM radio station presents
The Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
KMRL 90.3 FM radio station presents
The Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
Merry Christmas.
You're listening to KMRL 90.3 FM.
KMRL 90.3 FM.
Keep it locked right here on Marlin's hottest radio station.
Marlin's hottest radio station.
KMRL 90.3 FM. Playing yesterday's favorites.
Yesterday's favorites.
And today's hottest hits.
Today's hottest hits.
Yes. Yeah. Yes, hello.
Yeah.
We're back
Yeah, we're back.
with today's hottest hits and yesterday's favorites.
Wake up, Marlin. It is 10:40 in the morning here on the Thursday edition of the Classy.
ICC and Crazy Chris morning show.
Class C, we ain't got about 20 minutes left to the show, and then guess what? It'll be the Friday edition.
Yes, for tomorrow.
What you think
and
about
we're
that?
going to be here a little early for the Friday edition.
Yes, okay. Thank you for explaining it. We're going to be starting an hour earlier.
Yeah, at 8
Tomorrow
p.m.
morning, the Classy C.
8 a.m.
Yep, Classy C and Crazy Chris
His
morning
morning
show
show.
is from 8 a.m. to 10 a.m. tomorrow morning.
Yeah.
Can y'all remember that? Tomorrow at 8 a.m.
to 10
10 p.m.
10 a.m. Yeah,
That'd be a long-ass morning show.
Yeah, we do that sometime when we have appointments or something.
Yes, we have a doctor appointment to
move it up a little.
So we don't want to disappoint our fans, so we will be on at 8 in the morning.
8 a.m.
8 a.m. We'll put a reminder out there.
10 a.m. bright and early.
Okay, Class of C reminded me because I almost forgot. How could I forget? It is time for what?
Birthdays.
So who has a birthday out there today? That's what I want to know.
They have several.
Excuse me. Did I just do a little burp?
Yeah, you did.
I tell you, I need to stop eating these little chocolate candy things in the morning.
Yeah.
And I know that they're going to. That's
not on your diet.
It's not on my diet, and it's also going to cause me to have some funny feelings.
Yeah.
Okay, this is who I have. Woo, it's a lot of them too. It's a lot of birthdays today. I have Angela Maxwell Parker.
I do too.
I have Crystal Damon, Lamar J. Hutch,
Yeah.
Misha Hill,
Yeah, Misha.
Kimberly Williams,
Yes.
Tracy Garrett Davis.
That's the lady from Causey. Kimberly Williams.
From Causey?
Causey. From the radio station.
Oh, KZI.
Yeah.
Oh, okay, yeah. Mm-hmm. And Tracy Garrett Davis, Tylandria Cosby, James Robertson, Birdie Marie Judy, Wayne Claypass, and Melissa Soto.
Okay.
So, happy birthday to all y'all. Hey, and if you hear somebody's birthday on it, let them know that we did call them out on it.
Yes.
If you have a birthday or know somebody that you want to, send us a email, KMRL radio at yahoo.com. Let us know. Shoot us a message somehow, right?
Yeah.
Okay, so that's what we're going to do. Y'all know how we do this. So, here we go. We're going to do the official, unofficial, the official, unofficial. You like that?
Yes.
Birthday song.
Because it doesn't really belong to us.
No, it was not our own original content, but we use it. So here we go. Happy birthday to everybody out there.
Yes. With you and happiness too.
There you go. All right. And you know, we do part of our Wake Up Marlin. Mm-hmm. And here we grow again, Marlin.
Yeah.
In support of us expanding and growing the radio station for the Marlin community and surrounding areas. If we get expansion and we get us a permanent building, an upgraded place, we would be able to extend our coverage as well. We would have a higher, more amperage radio tower to be built, and we would be able to service more people.
And we might have been able to be on the radio last night while everybody was out.
Yeah, because we would also have backup battery generators
They
and
could
stuff.
have had it in their car.
Yeah. Y'all could have heard whatever emergencies that we would have. So we need to get that. We need to get the things upgraded.
That's all a part of
Help
growing.
us.
Yeah.
Help us do it, folks. Donate. We still have the GoFundMe page, KMRL Marlin Radio. Just look it up on GoFundMe. Send in your donation today, please. We are listener supported. In I don't know if it's going to be next month. They hadn't told us. Or January, we're going to have kind of like our version of the Jerry Lee Telethon. We're going to be on the air that evening.
Jerry
We're gonna
Lewis.
Jerry Lewis. We're going to be on the air playing music, talking to folks, and having a fundraising drive that evening, a fundraising campaign for that evening to pull in funds for the year for general operations cost and hopefully towards the advancement and expansion.
Yeah.
So with that being said, y'all know what we do here. Let's do it. We're going to do the Moving Up song. Yeah.
Really, it's a Jefferson song, but we've kind of
We call it the Moving Up song.
called it the Moving Up song. In observance of Thanksgiving, we're looking for that other kind of pie we could have. I know you don't like when I said pecan pie, but pecan pie is a good pie.
I
for
like pecan pie.
Thanksgiving.
What are you talking about?
Thanksgiving and for this time of year when the pecans are.
I love pecan pie. I have no problem. You're right.
Okay.
It is considered a Thanksgiving pie.
Okay.
That, sweet potato, and pumpkin pies and apple pie is usually the pies that you think of.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm waiting for you to come out with a really perplex me. Come out with a pie that I hadn't heard in a while, or something that's like somebody might say rhubarb pie.
I said rhubarb.
Do you like rhubarb?
No, I don't.
I'm gonna tell you what pie I don't like.
Nikki did make a rhubarb.
I'm gonna tell you what pie I can't stand, and it's a pie or a cake, because I know it comes in cake form too. Listen, folks, I cannot stand. You want to see me gag, literally throw up? I can't. The taste in my mouth.
Bet it's pineapple.
No.
What?
Fruitcake.
Oh.
I cannot stand it. The candy, I don't care for it. I will throw up. Ooh, the taste.
I think a lot of people don't like.
What is up with the fruitcake? Why is it so dang nasty?
Because the stuff that it has in it.
But it would sound good, fruit.
Yeah.
But then it's something the way they prepare it, or that it's got formaldehyde taste to me.
I don't know what it is.
And don't ask me how I know. I just know formaldehyde smell. I ain't never tasted it. I ain't never.
It's not a good cake.
Oh no! Do you like it? Do you? Why do they sell so much of it?
I don't know. And people.
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't like it either.
You don't know what Santa has to say about it.
But I used to like jelly and preserve cake.
What do you say about it, Santa?
My mom made what they call a jelly and preserve cake.
It ain't nothing jelly or preserved about it, Mama.
It was good.
Well, maybe she made a different version of it. Did she make it like? Well, you know, I'll tell you what.
It had nuts in it.
You know what I like though?
What?
It might be what. Maybe Mama made this. Has she ever made like it had the shortcake, right? You know, real soft angel food kind of shortcake type stuff, and then it had the like strawberry or cherry like preserves all over it. It had like the cream on it. Oh my goodness, isn't that good? Some of y'all might know what I'm talking about. Folks, only folks in the country would know what that is.
Upside down cake?
No, I know what that is. It's only folks in the country know what this is. Come on, somebody call and tell Classy what that is. It's 254. City folks wouldn't know this. 254-275-7476. Miss Morris made that for me one time. I ate the whole thing until I got sick, literally sick.
And it's like a short cake.
It's a yellow. It's usually yellow with the little harder crust around it. Mm-hmm. But the soft, and then you got that nice, good, not real hard, but it's a crust, you know, like the edges, all around the edges of it. And then it's smothered on top. It's layered with like you can taste like little bits of the strawberry seeds. It's strawberry glaze, but it's like a darker strawberry. It's not that real bright red. Y'all know what I'm talking about. It's like the brown and tan filling. Oh, my goodness, this is so good.
Oh, really?
You know, I don't know if she might have been, and I think she used to put figs on it. It used to be like a fig marmalade on it, too. You could do fig. I'm telling you, some of y'all country folks, some of you country folks, I would know what I'm talking about.
I haven't seen anything like that.
Oh my God! And then in the wintertime, she would make greens, cut up the turnips in them, fresh from the garden. Mm-hmm. But the turnips sometimes would be very sour, and I would tell her I don't think they were ready to be picked because she was getting older in her age. You know, she would still be trying to cook. I'd be out there cutting the grass for her and stuff, and she always like, "Come on in, boy, come eat." All right, and then you know you don't want to hurt nobody's feelings, right? Because you know they're old, they 80, you know, whatever. And I would tell her, I don't think them turnips they're kind of sour. They used to be sweet when she make them, but towards when she get older, she started, you know, not realizing it, and it was kind of sad how she went downhill. But yeah, she used to make some great stuff. Oh gosh, you know, stuff that you just don't get. Just, you know, that's how it was when you know. I know she had a real hard life. She used to talk about how she used to have to slaughter the hogs and do all that kind of stuff. And her dad worked her more like a boy because it was all girls in the family. And they didn't have no sons. I don't know what's up with that. A lot of people didn't have boys. They had a lot of women back in the days. You know, our mothers and parents it was rare to have sons. They had more women, more girls.
And it doesn't have to do with the woman. It has to do with that man.
Well, but see, like with you don't have no brothers. You just have sisters.
Yeah.
But your daddy worked all like men, didn't he?
Yeah.
Y'all didn't get no shortcuts on the chores, did you?
Well, not really.
Who was his favorite? Who did he give the most light duty to? Was it you?
No.
Val.
He didn't give any light duty to anybody. I don't think.
Y'all had just equal amount of work.
We all had to feed the pigs and the cows and whatever.
Well, there you have it. So I guess it doesn't mean
Rosalind didn't have that much because we didn't have the many farm animals when she was growing up.
no, but she sure stepped in one, didn't she?
Yeah, she did.
So we got a few minutes. Oh, look at that! The internet went down.
Oh,
Too good to be true, isn't it?
oh yeah.
We got a few minutes as we're just sitting here talking, reminiscing about different things around the holidays. If you got some memories that you want to share, raising up on the farm, in the country, things differently. Some of y'all probably have some stories about how he had to go outside and use the outhouse. It was cold.
Oh.
Boy, wasn't that ever a trip.
Oh, really? Miss Morris had an outhouse?
No.
Oh.
Was she not where she currently lived?
Oh.
No, by the time I knew her, she was in the city, but it was, how it is over there. It's city, but it is kind of country in a way. But no, I'm saying, but people, that are listening may have had outhouses. I know when we was living on the farm, we had it, but we also had indoor plumbing.
When we were little bitty kids, we had a outhouse. We called it the cuckoo house.
Yeah, we didn't call it the outhouse. We called it the doo-doo room. Thank God we did not have to use it. And oh my God, that much. But the wood seats had splinters. Did you get splinters on your tail? Oh, I used to hate that. Didn't realize what sandpaper was. I could have just sanded it down. It stunk. And then you had to put that solution in it.
My grandmother.
Did y'all
had
put the
one.
blue solution in to clean it?
No,
The green
we
solution?
put,
lime and stuff in it?
lime.
Yeah, well, they would put the powder lime in it, would dump it in there and mix it up.
Yeah.
And then sometimes you'd have to go in the back of it and open the little plug thing, and then you could put it
Oh,
in there.
nasty.
It was nasty. Especially when you're in there and you have to, the flies are in the summertime.
I remember my grandmother got an indoors bathroom. They still kept their outdoors bathroom because my granddaddy liked to go to it.
Well, it was convenient if you were already outside. You could go outside and use the outhouse or whatever. But yeah, eventually I know we didn't use it anymore after that because we got spoiled with the indoor, and ever since that I never had to use the outdoor restroom ever again. My duties was feeding the chickens. I remember that, and
We fed.
I didn't realize the chickens bite.
over
And my mom told me
grandmother's
don't stick my fingers in the coop because they're hungry. Just put the feed over the top of it. And, oh, come here, I want to pet. And that thing got a hold of my finger and made my finger bleed like crazy. And I just started hollering, and she just come running out of the house. What the hell? And I tell you, and then of course you want to lie.
The chickens at my grandmother's house and killed chickens too. She would
wring
get
their
an axe and chop the head off.
She didn't just take them and do like this and just.
Yeah, she wrung them.
Yeah.
Sometimes.
It was just a way of living, and that's how it was.
Yeah, really.
I got the best of both worlds. I was raised on a farm, raised in the country.
You didn't realize how that it was so not backwards, but just
It's just more
a
hardcore
lot
living.
of people right here in Marlin, they didn't know about that because we lived on the outskirts of Marlin, and so they didn't know about that type of living.
No. Well, like I said, it's weird because I think back about how things were, and I was raised on the farm and in the country, but then we moved to the city for a long time, and now I'm back in the country.
Yeah, really.
But did I like it better? No, I never liked it living in the city. And we complained a lot. I told my mom I didn't think I was going to get along. And the people in the schools are more meaner in the cities.
Yeah.
It just wasn't right. I couldn't. I like small schools like we have here. I didn't like going to the big schools. When I went to high school, gosh, that was big. It's big over. You saw the high school. I took you about. It was huge, and it's even bigger now. Man, they just keep expanding those things. It was big when I went, and but you do miss that kind of life.
Yeah.
I don't know. It's just I miss it.
Yeah, I miss my grandmother making tea cakes You know,
Yeah.
you think, you don't know that life will not last forever.
Yeah.
It's over with. You know.
Yeah, it's kind of like you watching a really good movie, and then it's so good, and at the end, it's over. Your credits going, you're done with it. You finished it, you complete it. There's nothing else to say about it.
And all the older people who were here, they're gone, and all their stuff is gone with them. You know,
Their knowledge, their skills, their talents, their love, it all. That's what I think hurts the most. It's not just dealing with the fact that we can't see that person anymore, we can't talk to them, but we can't see all the things that go with that person. I mean, you know, it's just like, and I know this is heartbreaking. We just have a few minutes left, and that's what we want to do, just kind of talk it out here. But I'll tell you, and I apologize, we didn't have time for the crazy news. We'll do that tomorrow. But you know, I think about your sister, my sister-in-law. Nay, the one thing that I still think about is the one thing that sticks with me. She was so patient with her cancer. She didn't feel sorry for herself. I never once heard her complain or tell me when we would talk sometimes. And we didn't have a whole lot because she was very quiet. She didn't have a whole lot to say, but she was very respectful and she treated everybody fairly. That's one thing I say. Even she loved me. You know, she loved me for who I was. And she knew it. And all she told me was before she passed away, the last time I had a good conversation one morning, about 4 in the morning on Facebook, and I'll never forget this. You know, just take good care of my sister and love her. And she told me that was the one time that she finally told me, because I used to tell her on some of the time, I said, well, I love you. She said, okay, you know. But I knew she did. But that last time she said, I love you too. And I knew that was it. I knew that would be the last time I ever have a conversation with her. And sure enough, I think it wasn't but a week later, you know, how it went down. She went to the hospital, and then that's how it played out. But I'll never, you know, she never once tooted her horn about her illness. I didn't hear her say, this is terrible, woe is me, and why is this happening? She didn't say that. You know, she was so concerned about what we were going to be doing. Hey, make sure you take care of my sister. You know, to love life. She used to tell me life is beautiful and do this and that. And she told me there was some things she could have done and she didn't get around to it. But she's not, you know, she's just looking forward. And she was still optimistic. You know, she never really come out and say, well, you know, I know she knew it, but she didn't tell it to me. She didn't want to say, well, you know, I know that I'm dying, or I know I feel it. She used to say, well, I'm just, you know, I'm looking for some better days. I'm looking for some better days. She just was awesome. And people that know her, y'all really, the people that know Rosalind and knew her, y'all knew how special she was. She was a very special person. Just like Classy C, and I tell her, I really come into an extraordinary family when I married into this family, because you know, sometimes we all have our pills with each other. Sometimes, you know, like my other sister, I get, you know, into a little buff with her. You know what I'm talking about.
Yeah.
But here's the thing. Sometimes you have to put all that to the side. But I look at the beautifulness of the family, and I'll tell you, there's some special people, the Williams family. I'm telling you now, there's just something about you and your siblings that, you know, and it just stems back from good parentalness. Your mother and your father, and people can say what they may say, and we may have some beef. Like I have some beef with my dad. I know y'all had some beef with some of the things, but I feel in my sense, you know, I didn't know him personally. I know he loved you. I know he did, but he was a hard-working man. That I do know.
Yeah.
Y'all told me that. And he was strong and he was strict.
Yeah.
But look what it got y'all. It made y'all who y'all are today.
Yeah.
Because you are strong. You're a fighter. You're a warrior, like Ricky Fonte said. So I just want you to know that, you know, I know as we get around, and Nay's birthday's coming around again, and we always celebrate and remember her on Christmas Eve.
I think during these times you start missing the people the most, because I remember about this time my aunt would have so many cakes made up and everything, and Thanksgiving was just so full.
And those chicken and dumplings.
Yeah.
I already know.
Thanksgiving was not just two of us going trying to find a place to eat. It was a whole family.
Yeah.
You know.
And I noticed that's one thing I noticed must be bothering you. I looked at some of these videos that we looked at that y'all have of the function y'all used to. Y'all used to really get together for these holidays. And now we just fight for ourselves. Yeah. This year, again, it's like, okay, y'all, where are we going to eat? We'll go and corral ourselves. Everybody's going off doing their own thing. It's nobody gets together no more. This family is really diverse.
When the older people die out, the younger people kind of just fend for themselves.
Yeah. It's really sad.
I don't know if you all do that same thing or not, but if you have some of the older people here with you now and you're still having big family
you better enjoy them now, people, because it's going to change.
Them.
It's going to change. Everything changed. Nothing stays the same. And I can go on and I'm going to find a close by here. But what I can tell you is it's not the same. And now I look back and I'm telling you, I'm so glad I have my classy seat, but Christmases and Thanksgivings have changed 100,000% have changed. They are not the same. And they get, the more we get older, the more distant these holidays become with our families and friends. And before you know it, we spend them more alone or just with one person like me and you. You get smaller and smaller too. The reunion is so small. And this year we're blessed enough to have our other son here. And we got our other one down the road, which will make it a little more personal. But enjoy what you have now, people, because I promise you it's not going to stay that way. Don't take it for granted. And I took it for granted. And I remember one time, I'll say this and we're going to close. I remember when I was about 10 years old, and I got a glimpse of the future. And I told myself, you better enjoy it. Because I saw it. I saw where my dad wasn't there no more. It showed me. It was like a real, true Christmas present, past, and future thing. I had a moment. It was Christmas Eve, and I'm sitting in my room, and I saw this. I saw it because I used to take advantage of these Christmases. I'm 10 years old. I got my parents. I got all these kids. And life is great. It's not. You better enjoy what you got now because it may not be there later.
It will not.
And we're all going to be in the same situation. We're talking about how we miss loved ones now for the holidays. Eventually, there'll be family talking about us, too, for the holidays. And I remember when Chris or Classy C will be just a memory, too. We all go that way. And I want to leave a legacy before I die. I want to be able to leave something that I can say somebody can talk something good, something positive, like they did with Nay. Nobody could say nothing bad about that woman. Nobody could. And if they did, shame on them because she was an angel. She was a God's divinity worker. And she'll always leave her legacy because anywhere I go, I can talk to anybody, and they always talk about Rosalind and how wonderful she was. And remembered everybody's birthdays and holidays and everything else in between. Beautiful.
Yeah.
Just like you.
I'm nothing like how Rosalind was.
You are a lot like her. You are the closest to her than anybody else in your family.
I just don't put it down in paper, maybe, like she did by sending people cards and letters and stuff.
Well,
I don't put it out in paper.
Well, that's okay. You do mean one. You're a good person. So before we close, I'm just going to let y'all know tomorrow when we do the Friday morning show.
Here at 8 a.m.
8 a.m. to 10 a.m. I want you to think about maybe calling in and sharing your Christmas memories. We'll put it out on Facebook tonight. Yeah. That's what we're going to talk about is this Christmas and Thanksgiving holidays. We'll talk about Thanksgiving and get together tomorrow. That's going to be our theme for tomorrow. I want y'all to think about it, okay?
Yeah.
That gives you a chance.
What are you doing for Thanksgiving?
Yeah, we want to know what you're doing this year and what things that y'all do to celebrate it. Sound good, Class C?
Sounds very good.
There we go.
Thank you, everyone, for joining us today. And we had a very nice time. And it was great talking about old memories, how things used to be. And probably will never be again. So just remember and be thankful for those times. And like I always say, keep it locked and tuned the 90.3 FM and tell everyone you know and everyone you see. And have a great day. And remember, 8 a.m. in the morning.
We'll see you tomorrow, 8 a.m. Friday
We
morning
want to
edition.
thank you for listening to the
Bye-bye.
Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
You can catch the show Monday through Fridays
Live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m.
on KMRL 90.3 FM.
Marlin's hottest radio station.
We want to thank you for listening to the Classy C and Crazy Chris Morning Show.
You can catch the show Monday to Fridays. Live from 9 a.m. to 11 a.m. Only on KMRL 90.3 FM.
Marlin's hottest radio station.